welcome back. Here we are, episode number 2. You couldn't get rid of us. Well, in this episode of Behind the Lens, we're going to visit the MPEG group, which is the Metropolitan Philadelphia Entertainment Group, which is a great place for different filmmakers and actors to meet each other so they can collaborate and get together on projects. After that, we're going to be showing a short film by Jeannie Sconza. She wrote it, and she stars in it with Gary Gustin, so bravo to them guys. And then I'm going to be doing an interview with Mr. Courtney Gains. Courtney Gains is best known for Children of the Corn, but he's worked on many films and television shows in the last 30 years, and we'll talk a little bit about that. After that, I'm going to be showing another short film called Peculiar by a very talented young woman named Miss Allie Robinson. And Allie Robinson wrote this, directed it, and produced it. So I think that's really cool. And she shot it as well, which is pretty amazing. And she's actually still in high school, so that just goes to show you what talent pool's coming out of Philadelphia. Cool. After that, we got a music video from Tim Allen and Juicy Juices. Stay tuned.
Alright, who are we talking to?
Hi, I'm Andy Laquintano.
What are you working on?
I am working on a film called Time. It's a film written and produced by Craig Naxon with DP Bill Simone. It's a quality shoot with a quality crew. Really having a lot of fun on it, meticulous set, with the bulk of it coming in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll get it wrapped up within the month.
Awesome. What are we watching?
We are watching Behind the Lens.
I guess it's time to talk about what happened. I've been trying to deal with it on my own, but they say talking makes you feel better. It happened months ago.
Take your time.
I went out to a bar with my friends after work. I hardly ever drink, but Jim got a promotion, so we wanted to celebrate. My friends, Jen and Jim, they wanted to walk me home afterwards, but I told them it was only a block, so they didn't need to. I'd had 3 drinks, I think. I wasn't drunk or anything, though. I was maybe a little tipsy. I'd give anything to go back and walk around that corner.
He was on top of me, and he pushed his hand so hard against my mouth, and I was trying to get away.
Take your time.
I saw my keys. They had fallen on the ground, and I keep a set of fingernail clippers on my key ring, and I slid out that middle part, you know, the sharp part, and I
always have this fear now that I'll see him one day and I'll know that it's him. And then what will I do?
Well, time's up.
You know, I do feel better.
Look back no more as the walls now pass you by. The stoplights that surround you leave the talking ones to cry. Reach out and say goodbye.
All right, who are you?
Hi, my name's John Mitchell. I'm one of the co-founders of this entertainment group that we do here once a month, usually on a Thursday, usually the third Thursday of every month, and we invite all actors, filmmakers, directors, producers to come join our group and possibly keep everybody working in this film industry.
Awesome. What are we watching?
Behind the Lines.
Okay, hey, it's me, Mr. Poten. We're here on Behind the Lens, and I have the great opportunity to have an interview with Mr. Courtney Gains. Most of you will know him, especially from Children of the Corn, where it was earlier in his career that he started out in. Back to the Future, which he's got a cool couple of scenes in. And he's also doing a movie with The Rock called Faster, which I think is that out now?
Yeah. Theatrical release was Thanksgiving, and it just came out on DVD this month.
Cool. All right. Well, we're just going to ask a couple questions, and we'll see how this goes.
All right.
All right. Well, you've been working steady for close to 30 years now.
Yeah.
It's fun looking back on that, huh? What's the secret to staying busy?
I think for me, I would say the thing is, I started out in the 80s, in teen cinema. So number one, I was at the right place at the right time, being 18 and looking younger. And so I was able to break in at a time where that was important, Then can you make that transition from, quote unquote childhood actor to adult actor, And I think that's where you honestly kind of separate the men from the boys who actually have some craft,
There you go.
And then I would say, my career obviously has been a character actor career. I think it's, do you have some range in that regard? Can you do dramas, and can you do comedy? And, I've been able to do enough of both, and I think that's been the trick.
Yeah, you don't want to be a one-trick pony, obviously.
Right. Well, sometimes that works really well for people, though, to be, to do just that. But I think for me, I do get some offers, but I still, by and large, have to go out there and audition and get jobs. So it's really, can I go in there and convince somebody I can play that role?
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Do you feel typecast in a lot of your films?
I think everybody ultimately is typecast, which I don't care if you're a huge star. You end up, if that's what sells, they're going to keep wanting you to do that,
Right.
And an audience probably wants you to do the same thing too. So I think we all do to some degree. And I think I just I fight hard to try to expand the range, do more than. I love to hear casting director or somebody say, we don't think he's right, or I don't think he can do that. That's like, oh good, let me come in and just, let's see if I can prove you wrong.
Really show you what I can do.
Yeah, and every actor believes they can do anything. I think and I think that's why everybody's like yeah, blah blah blah. But I think by and large, I've been able to. Sometimes you have to convince your own team, your own agent, your own manager that you can do something they don't think you can do, But I think I've got a pretty good range. I think that's why I've been able to last as long as I have.
Excellent. All right, my next question. What was the one role you really wish you did get?
Ooh, well, it's funny. We were somebody was just looking at a picture of Memphis Belle and saw Eric Stoltz, and they started talking about Mask. I remember when I went up for that as well, and I think Eric did a great job. But that was a role I wouldn't have minded taking a shot at.
Yeah, it was a pretty neat movie.
It was good. Good movie, great role. He did a great job, but I remember that one hurt. I'd say every year you maybe have one you're like, oh, I wanted that one.
It would have probably been neat to work with Cher, too. She seems like an interesting person.
Certainly.
All right, cool. Okay. Which do you like working on more, TV or film? Because you do have a pretty extensive TV career as well.
Yeah, I've done a lot of guest stars. I wish I had, I wouldn't mind taking that next leap to series regular, But I would say I prefer film for a couple reasons. One is, TV, they're moving real quick. You got a week to crank out an hour show, 45 minutes. And so it's moving fast. And they're in that process, everybody kind of knows each other, and you come in and do your thing for the week and you're gone. Whereas when you get a film, everybody's in that same boat together. We're all, from the crew, from the top to the bottom, this is a project we're all in together from the beginning.
Is there any roles that you've turned down?
Sure. I mean, you don't, it could be a number of things. The money's not right.
Sure.
You don't like the script. You don't feel the role,
Something we would know?
Huh?
Anything we would know?
Probably not.
Well, maybe it's a good thing that you did turn it down.
Yeah.
Anything that you have turned down and regret it later?
No, I mean nothing, because nothing's, you know, one of those things is like, you know, those people who turn down the role, the movie ends up being huge. I've never had that happen. I'm sure if that happened, I would regret it. I think I've probably regretted it more like, you know, having some kind of issue with somebody and then they turn out to be huge. Like you're like, oh, I burned that bridge, huh? Because that's the one thing you learn in the business is it's a really small town ultimately, and you know, any bridge you burn, you never know who's going to do what, and people often surprise you. Somebody you don't think is going to really pull off anything big, all of a sudden they've pulled off something, so you never know.
Sure, you got the Eli Ross of the world that do these little horror movies all of a sudden, and they're like the horror guy.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. And he's, you know, what's cool about him is he really is a horror buff. I mean, he's still a fan, big time. Even though he's doing well, he's every bit a fan.
Yes, he is.
One of the funniest things that ever happened when we did Children of the Corn, the scene where they hit the kid, and then she sort of like she has like a sort of like a dream sequence where she goes to the kid and he lurches up at her.
Right.
Well, they actually snuck the real kid underneath the sheet. Everybody else knew, but Linda Hamilton.
Oh, wow.
And she comes up to and the kid's like, ah, and she jumped. She's like, ah, you know, and then she like cussed the director out, and the whole crew was roaring. But
she didn't react on him and hit him or anything.
No, she jumped though. I'll tell you, it was a great reaction. But she had a great sense of humor about it. But I mean, the whole crew came unglued. I'd have to say that's the best prank anybody's played on a movie that I've been part of.
Yeah, I'm a city kid, so my first reaction would have been
you hit him. Well, that's good. That wouldn't have been good. Hit an underage actor. That wouldn't have been a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd say that the scariest thing that ever happened was I did this. Now this title's been in a few films, but it's called Behind Enemy Lines. It was actually for Showtime. We had an explosion. You know, it's like a tank blows up thing. And you know, I had real long hair. My hair was like down here, and they started putting that goo in my hair for like when things, you know, like they use for like when guys get lit on fire.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, come on! Like it's like I'm gonna be really far away when this thing blows, and they're like, we just have to be careful. When they were running and this tank thing blows, that heat hit me, man. You know, I was shocked. I mean, we were pretty far away, I thought. But yeah, when we were supposed to dive to the ground, I had no trouble. You know, that wasn't acting at that point. I was diving. I was like, thank God they put stuff in my hair. You know, I thought my head was on fire.
Yeah, they didn't listen to me.
Yeah, so I never questioned the stunt guys. You know.
All right, cool. That's definitely that's funny. Anything you'd like our fan base to know about that you're working on now?
Well, I have a video game coming out called L.A. Noire. That's a 1930s like crime whodunit kind of video game. But what's really cool about it is the technology. They were actually able to render the actors' faces onto the characters.
Wow.
So it still looks like a video game, but you will know it's me. You know,
wow.
And I think they're saying that's the first time that's really been done. So it was quite a process how they did it, because you did the bubble suit stuff first, and then you went into this white. You came back later, months later, and shot in this white room. It looked like something out of The Matrix when he meets the guy, you know. Yeah. And there's all these cameras on every possible angle, and you had to perfectly still and do one line at a time. So they rendered your entire, and then they took that and they put it on the bubble suit image they did of you before.
Was this out in L.A.?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actually a company out of Australia that did it, and they've been working on this thing for like 5 years. I mean, it's been a really
some pretty
long
interesting
process.
stuff that they got out there.
so I'm really looking for the pictures I've seen look really cool.
I'll probably be playing it, and maybe we'll even be reviewing it. We do video game reviews, which was in our first episode. We reviewed Dead Space 2.
Cool.
So
check it out. Yeah, check it out.
Checking it out, and maybe we'll even get a commentary from you later.
Right on, man. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
All right.
What I'm looking for is your
With who?
Hey everybody, this is Andrew Bryniarski. You might know me from some of my films, The Program or Higher Learning or Any Given Sunday. But a lot of people know me from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. I did the remake in the beginning. I play Leatherface. I'm here at the MPEG group in Philadelphia at the Asylum, and you're watching Behind the Lens. Keeping it real up here in the PI. 215 is in the house.
Union, non-union, models, actors, filmmakers, directors, grips, audio, lighting, everybody in the industry inherently very process. If you're an actor, we hear you shout. If you're a filmmaker, we hear you shout. Producers, directors, makeup artists.
And who are you?
Me? I'm Carmela Hazlett.
And what do you do?
I'm an actress slash horror hostess.
And you are?
I'm Dave Folger.
And what have you done?
I've done acting.
Excellent. And what are we watching?
Behind the Lens. And me and Folger are going to fight in there.
It always begins the same. The dream. The nightmare. I'm not sure what scares me the most. The girl in my dreams, or the noises in this forsaken place.
You did this to me.
No! You did this to us!
Why did you kill me? Why did you kill any of us?
I didn't kill you.
Shit, thank God you're alright. Brad went fucking nuts. He killed Tiffany, I think. No! No! No!
It's always the quiet ones.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our second episode. I know I did. But thank you for watching us on YouTube, and please continue to watch us. Any filmmakers out there, musicians, whatever you got, anything under 5 minutes, please submit it to potentpictures@live.com. I'd be happy to put it on my show. Maybe even get you an interview. See you next week.
Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Juicy Juice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm on the attack, don't try to hold me back. Just spent the last few hours in the bathroom smoking crack. I'm here to talk some smack, ain't gonna cut you slack. Stole some kids' lunch money to buy bottles of Jack. Now you probably all think I'm just a vicious cocksucker, but the ladies will know I'm a delicious motherfucker. I work out so much, my upper body is a dream. When I whip up my guns, it's like the fucking A-team. These lyrics are so hazardous, however I spit it. These fucking words will explode and take the whole world with it. I'm like dynamite, I set the place alight, and I'm primed to ignite when the time is right. If you wanna throw a party, better sure I'm invited. If my name's not on the list, ain't no one be excited, cause the bash man started, but it's not yet alive. It looks as dry as a funeral until I arrive.
There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right. There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right.
I get more women than anyone, 10 in each arm. They can't help but come and swarm when I turn on the charm. I got them wearing different stickers so I identify them quicker. Just the thought of all these ladies gonna start to make my dick hurt. But I'd be lying if I said the thought of sexy women multiplying in my bed was not enough for me to get rewinding and recorded something that would get the ladies jiving. More important, this is how I go about surviving. Music pumps me up, lets me be the one thriving. Gives me something sweet to listen to when I'm driving. Cruising with a blunt, I'll be up in the sky then, flying, diving, unwinding.
There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right. There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right.
This one girl wanted to see how I roll, so I picked my ass up and threw myself down a hill. Then I climbed back up, played the jack to a Jill. If it wasn't for the song, I'd be loving her still. I carry a lot of weight in the halls on the street, mostly bottles of cologne, so I always smell sweet. When I come to the party, most men feel incomplete. They can't compete with my beat or my meat. Repeat.
There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right. There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right.
I'm so crazy, so frenetic, most of the guys think we're pathetic. But not me, I'm energetic, got no shame, I'll dance with the fat chick. Or if my girl's in the mood for slapstick, find her boyfriend, kick his ass quick. Everything about me's magic, even the outfit I wear's fantastic.
There's a party downtown tonight,
yeah.
and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right. There's a party downtown tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. So turn the volume up on my mic while I drop a beat that's as tight as a chick to my right. Yeah.